Hey guys, what's up? It's Schla, welcoming back, to the final episode of Walks with Schla, probably for a pretty long period of time. We're out here right now in the trenches, fighting Mother Nature, and I don't know. I mean, this series, this episode, it could be cut pretty short, but I figured I would still go through the effort because, we're fighting the weather a little bit. The weather's gentle, Mother Nature's being gentle, and I think we have to persevere just for this final complete day because, yesterday was not really a complete day. There was that one episode I just cut early for no reason. And so I think we have what it takes. But it's all going to depend on the weather. This one might be cut early, but even if it's cut early, we won't be able to say it's a full trilogy. We'll definitely be able to say there's a trilogy going on. Now, I hope this mic's okay because I just felt a good amount of wobble just then when I moved it around. So now I'm going to be a little bit paranoid about things. And yeah, I don't really know. I really haven't been thinking about much. Like I said, I'm really trying to take things easy. I really have to. I've been doing that. I keep running. My battery's depleted. I keep pushing, but honestly, recording's not even pushing. I think, if anything, the weather and the environment I'm in prohibiting me from speaking more, it has been a huge detriment. In a lot of ways, I think it sort of has led to some of the really poor decisions I've made recently. And so, yeah, I mean, it's just something to think about. I don't know, like where I'm at and everything and what I'm trying to do and what I care about and what I like in life. And it's just rough. I mean, I was saying, it's not going to be until February till we feel secure. Now I'm adjusting that to, or like March. I think it's going to take until April at this point, and probably more like May, and the thing is, while I have toys to play, while I got toys to play with, that's not really what's important to me. It's about having the ability to purchase. My purchasing power is what's important to me. So that's really what the important thing is. And so, yeah, I mean, it's difficult to think about. It's crazy to think about, but we're still trying to make things work, trying to make ends meet, the basic stuff. And there's definitely some things that I need to look into. So there's still a few things that now I'm going to have to purchase and be aware of, but I don't know. This whole situation has just been, it's been a disgusting joke, I can never, it goes both ways, because on one hand I am consistent. I'm pretty consistent when it comes to things, and then on the other hand I'm not, and that's just like, it's just weird. Like in some ways, yeah, like I've never been late to work. That's not something a lot of people can say. We're going on like 2 years. Been working for 2 years and never been late. I just don't think that's something many people can say. Like, I don't know. I feel like most people are late at least once, but I've never been late. And yeah, it's just, but in other ways, these things, I don't know. But we're at interesting point in life. I suppose that's really the bottom line here. It's an interesting point. That's for sure. We did not set up the iPhone SE 3rd gen, by the way, for the fans wondering if that got set up. That didn't get set up. We're still just using the mini. I did bring it to work, but I just haven't gotten to it. I might at the end of the day, but don't hold your breath about that. Just like I told you not to hold your breath about this episode, but here we are, because I guess God wanted Walk Switch Sla to walk today. I guess God wanted me to walk for whatever reason. I don't know why, because I feel like what I did with my purchase, in a large way, it's disrespectful. It's I feel like it's vanity, but I don't know, it's something. I really don't know what I'm doing, but it's definitely something. We'll see how it goes. I mean, as the years go on, maybe in retrospect it will all be for the better or something. I don't know. It's just like, what can you do? I don't know what I can do. It's a tough story, it's a tough story, it's a tough situation, but yeah, seriously, in terms of stress, in terms of these things, I just, I don't know. It's weird, it's a shame, but like I said, I think this really pushes back. It severely hinders a lot of my financial goals, but I feel like if everything continues as it is, I'll still be okay. It's just going to take a few months, to absorb a lot of these costs that I've been absorbing. I mean, when will it end, It's just like, I don't know when it's going to end. I've been talking about for a while, like in terms of cars, I keep wanting to look it up, but I never do. Like, I want to have a car that looks really fast, sounds fast, looks souped up, sounds like it's got like a really nice engine, but it's only a 4-cylinder. That's something I want, but I don't know if that's actually possible, because as far as I know, you kind of need, like, the more cylinders really get the better sound, but like, I want something just to sound souped up, but to actually, if anything, I'd want a mod for lower horsepower. Like, I want to have a car that's like fuel efficient in mind, probably like a modded Mini Cooper, but I don't really, I've talked about this like multiple times, like just taking the shell of a Mini Cooper, gutting it, and then putting like all Toyota parts in there or something. I always thought that'd be such a cool idea, because then I could basically tell a mechanic, this is a Toyota. Seriously, that would be a project, something I really would like to do. I don't know, just like rebuild a Mini Cooper, but with all like reliable Japanese parts. I just think it would be a cool idea. But yeah, I mean, just, it has been a year, hasn't it? Because this year is going to come to a close, and it's probably been one of the most transformative years of my life. Although I wonder if that is actually 2024. It's difficult to say, but yeah, I just don't know whether 2024 or 2025 was the most transformative. I honestly do think in retrospect that 2025 has been better. Like 2024 was really, it was rougher because I was getting used to working and I wasn't doing any of the overtime, so my checks were like really low. And then I also had to deal with a bunch of traffic. And then I also didn't really have that much money because I had only just started working. So like all those factors combined, it's like it was kind of rough. But now I have and I also had the Mini Cooper, but now I have like an actual newer car. Now I do have at least something in my bank account. I have paid time off at my job, accrued at this point, like a decent amount, nothing too crazy. It'll take another year to really get to a comfort margin with that. But yeah, like in retrospect, when during 2024 and the same time last year, things were not as good. And so I guess I can say that much, like they could be better. Things could be much better. But at the end of the day, I don't know, like I am who I am, and it's just been like a rough situation, I just don't, well, no, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's weird I'm saying that because my situation can't be as bad as a lot of people's. Like, I'm honestly living, at least for the moment, a very middle class experience, a true middle class experience. If I had to pay rent, you could just kiss that goodbye. But for the time being, since I don't have to pay rent, I'm basically just living a middle class experience. And that is a rarity nowadays. It's a rarity nowadays. So a lot of it is a mixture of luck and executive function. But I don't know, there's not, what else is there to really get at or talk about, But yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's important to be grateful. I think it's important that, I do feel bad about what I did, but you have to try to enjoy what you get too. It's just, I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not always straightforward, I guess. But yeah, even with all this junk, I can't say that it was a bad year. I met my original expectations, then I had increased my expectations. I guess we kind of hit like a average in terms of where I wanted to be at financially, because it's like a little bit higher than my minimum goal at the beginning of the year, but it's under what my adjusted maximum goal was, and I would have hit that maximum goal had I had not bought anything. And I don't know, it's just like the flesh is weak. I can only fight so much, and I just keep noticing my self-restraint and my willpower. It just keeps seeming like it's limited. It's my ability to resist things has been destroyed. It's like in my head, I don't know. But again, as long as I can get my room clean and get myself up, I think we just have to start 2026 fresh. And the only purchases need to be the essential purchases, like my wool clothing, any assisting parts or pieces to support things that I already have, like minor odds and ends. And then, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just patchwork. Sorry, I don't know why I even said chip work. That's the nonsense, but patchwork. Just patchwork. That's what 2026 needs to be. But again, I don't even know what I can expect now, because I didn't think I was going to buy any of this stuff, and then things happen, and now I'm making these like strange, crazy decisions, and yeah, I just don't really know. It's just such weird situations. So, yeah, I just don't know. But at the end of the day, I think, like I said, you just have to learn and grow through life. You can't really falter with stuff. I don't know. I guess that's like the message, right? Like, because it's like I'm out of energy. I overexert myself overthinking all this stuff and like really trying to juice the system, even when it comes down to the credit cards and stuff. And like, yeah, the Apple card, I want to get that Apple card to get the 3% cash back. But it's like, if I don't, it's just not that much money, but in my head it gets so obsessive and overthinking. And again, like I was describing in, I don't know if it was this morning or yesterday's car rides with Schla, it's like I'm like an exotic car with like, I got the best brakes, but I also have such a sensitive throttle. It's so easy to over rev and to go fast, but I can brake faster than people, but then I can start fast again. You know what I'm saying? Like the average person has a car that's relatively slow. Their throttle, it's low on horsepower. It takes them a while, and their brakes are like loose, and they try to put the brakes on and nothing happens really. It takes a while for the car to actually stop. But in my case, it's like a really fast car. Like this is like some exotic Ferrari level thing that's just like stopping on a dime. It's starting on a dime. I have like really good tires. Other people's tires are like all burnt up and like, just basically like flat rubber, like no grip. But my tires are like these brand new tires. Like every single day I got new tires. I got my engine tuned up. I got everything like checked. And so it causes these crazy decisions and ideas, and but the main issue is, I don't know, with the room situation, with cleaning my room, I wish it was more of the throttle and less of the brakes. If you know what I'm saying about keeping my room clean, I'd really appreciate if that throttle could be applied more in the room. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really get what's happening, because I don't really feel like I deserve a lot of the stuff I have. I always felt that way though. Like I have like a lot of nice things, and it seems like really like weird. Like I should have just not bought any of it and just saved money, because I kind of like doubt myself. I still feel like I could be homeless and things like that. And it's scary. It's very scary, because I'm doing all this stuff I'm not really comfortable doing. Like, to me, I'm living like a rich person. In reality, I want to say, I don't know how much of my income I spent or saved this year. I want to say it was probably just under half. I mean, I really went crazy. I don't know. It's not good, but I don't think I struck half in terms of like I think I was able to save half. I think so. And that's really all that matters. But like I said, a lot of the purchases were foundational. Now that I have stuff, in terms of buying stuff in the future, I can resell some things that maybe I don't use as much, and it kind of will offset a lot of future costs. Also, moving forward, it's like, I don't know, there's just a lot of things like that. think part of the issue too is like I obviously want to work, and I want to work like a ridiculous amount of overtime, and then my job isn't letting me. So there's kind of like a lot of tension and frustration with that, because with the amount of hours like I would be wanting to work, I honestly, I mean, I might spend more, but then it wouldn't really matter. And then I also might actually just want to save more, because it's like the way it is now, like it's annoying that I can't work as many hours as I want. And so it kind of invites like some resentment or frustration. And to get that out, you obviously end up doing these things like, I mean, I've obviously described it. You end up doing these things that are, yeah, I don't even know what I'm getting at. It's difficult to describe. Yeah, I'm not sure. But luckily, yeah, we weathered the storm and we're going to be in good shape. So, yeah, I think we are definitely getting a full episode in, as you can tell by the timestamp. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, depending on how things go, I don't really know for Friday. I have a feeling we won't be able to do it, but I don't really know. So I think that's that, personally. But yep, there's really not much else to get into, I don't think. So it all is what it is. Truly. And yeah, the day, it's wrapping up. I mean, I actually got like less than 3 hours before I hit the road, so things should be good. I think things should be pretty good looking up, you know. There's not too much to be concerned about, and yeah, we'll just see how things go. But yeah, it's a strange Christmas. That's what it is this year, a strange Christmas. And I'm just not sure really how I feel about things, you know. But we're trying to make it through, figure it out, and just persevere, right? That's really the name of the game. And yeah, actually this episode, an extra long episode for an extra arduous one. What do we think of that? Anyways, it's been schla, and now it's time to buy schla. So, see ya schla.